Hey guys, we're on Australian Survivor season 9, episode 15. All right, last time we had a split vote between uh, Michelle and Melissa, the twins, and Melissa ended up going home, and Michelle was safe. All right, and in the process, they exposed Josh's game by saying he's the leader of the major alliance, and he's the one in the lead to win the game, basically putting a target on his back, basically. All right, all very interesting stuff. We come to this episode, and immediately everyone is talking about the whole Josh situation, how he's being perceived as the leader, and he could possibly go home because of it. But Joshy boy did a brilliant thing, and he decided to tell Mark about about Jordie exposing the fact that he had an idol and the fact that he doesn't trust Jordie. All great moves all around, because without making that move, he could possibly have gone home just from the fact that that threat just being tossed on his back and everyone pretty much seeing his game where he's just cool with everyone and he's been perceived as a leader. So if he gets to the end, just that perception alone from the jury could give him the win. So he did that, and immediately Mark wants Jordie to go home because Jordie's lied to him. Jordie not only exposed him to Josh, he also exposed him to his own wife, Sam, because he never planned to tell anyone about his idol, even including her. I was excited about Jordie planning that whole blindside on Mark, but the way he went about it, it was a little impulsive, and he kind of shot himself in the foot by doing that so early on in the game. And he gave Josh the ammunition he needed. If he only held off, Josh could be right in the perfect spot for him to take out Josh and then just talk to the other people about Mark's idol and take out Mark next. But he blew it. He got impulsive. He was literally standing around and he's like, everyone looks really safe right now. And he decided to do that, just like spice things up. It just, it's sad to see. It's very unfortunate. All right. So that's the basic plays. We come to a reward challenge. All right, and is for KFC chicken. That is the prize. I'm trying to get a picture of what the, so basically they're going to be in teams of 2 that are going to be handcuffed together at the wrist, and they have to build a puzzle. All right. Well, it's not really a puzzle, it's more like stacking pieces, but it's going to look like that, and they have to stack it all so it all balances and it doesn't fall off or touch the edge of the little disc in the middle of that thing. All right. So see if I can get a picture of that. All right. There you go. All right. Oops. All right. So they're going to be in teams of 2, except there's an odd number. So what happened was they're going to draw rocks for their teams, and the one person that's left out is going to sit out on the bench, but but that person is going to be able to choose one team to bet on, and if that team wins, they also get the reward. All right. And the person to sit out was David, and he chose the team of Jesse and Josh. He chose to win. All right. Yeah, that's as good as it's going to get with the picture. All right, so this is what the competition looks like. They're handcuffed together and they have to run back and forth. The pieces to stack are in that little netting area right there. So they can only use one hand each because the hand in the middle is handcuffed together, so they can't really push it through the net. So they have to use one hand each to grab puzzle pieces out of the little enclosure. All right. So you can see Dave on the bench over there. All right. The teams are Jordie and Chrissy for the yellow team. For the purple team, it is Jesse and Josh. For the green team, it is Mark and Michelle. The blue team, I believe, is Sam and KG. And the red team is Jordan and Shay. All right. That's a competition. It was kind of a close one, but out in the lead right away, they were really good at stacking their pieces immediately because they went for the bigger pieces first while everyone else was grabbing smaller pieces. It was Jordie and Chrissy. And in the end, they ended up winning. They ended up winning the competition. Hold on. And they won the reward of KFC, but they also got to choose 3 other people to go with them on the reward. Jordie chose his brother. Let's see, picture of them right there. All right, you can see Jordie chose his brother Jesse, and Chrissy chose Mark. And then they got one more to choose. And in the end, they both decided on Josh to choose to go with them. So I think Chrissy has an alliance with Josh, and she suggested Josh, and Jordie didn't really fight against it. He was like, "Are you sure?" And then they just ended up choosing Josh. So so basically, Mark wants to get rid of Jordie. Josh also wants to get rid of Jordie because he doesn't trust him. And Jordie and Jesse wants to get rid of Josh. And they're all on the same reward together. All right. All right. So as they got the, let me show you. There you go. They all get to eat their little KFC bucket meals right there. Enjoy themselves, and then afterwards they sat down. They all sat down, and they were kind of watching each other. But mostly it was Chrissy, Josh, and Mark watching Jordie to make sure he doesn't find a clue to an idol. So they were all watching him, but in the end, there was a couple of benches. Let me show you right here. There's a couple benches right there, just sat out there. And after they're all done eating, Chrissy decided to go out there and spread out her, a thing. And she chose the one in the middle, decided to sit down. Then Jordie came out and he chose this one. He's going to walk up there to go unfold the towel, and he's going to have his back to Chrissy. As soon as he unfolds the towel and he wrings it out, the clue is going to fall out. And then as soon as it falls out, he's going to drop the towel right back on top of it to hide it. Then after that, he's going to call his brother over to come and to bring him a bucket of popcorn chicken and sit down right next to him to sort of block him. And then he's going to grab the idol from below the towel and stuff it in his brother's pants. His brother's going to walk away and then adjust himself and pretty much hide the clue. All right, they were able to get away with it. No one saw them. They didn't pull a Mark and get caught. All right. All right, so now that they have the clue, they're all excited. As soon as they got back, everyone sees Jordie just walking off and just acting strange. He wasn't looking for the idol at the time. He was just kind of looking around. but they decide to go and try to follow him. They didn't follow him that close. He didn't catch on, but Mark and Sam came up to him and just sort of talked to him. And I think they were trying to suss out whether or not he would be honest with them and tell them more about him sort of exposing the idol thing, but he didn't. He just sort of planted the idea that he has that he wants to get rid of Josh, and he's pretty much just set on that. Mark decided to ask him if he found a clue or anything like that, and as he's talking, he's kind of avoiding eye contact, and Mark is getting the feeling that he's lying to him. All right, so that's another nail in his coffin. If they didn't want to get rid of him before, they definitely want to get rid of him now. All right. Let's see. All three of them right there, just sitting and talking. All right, that's after they cornered him after they thought he was looking around for an idol. All right, so they had that conversation, and then we go into the immunity challenge. All right. Immunity challenge looks like this right here. All right, as you can see, a bunch of blocks in the back there. All right, and this, let me get a better picture of it. All right, so they're going to be standing on, these wooden planks while holding a rope. All right. All right, and the rope is right here to balance. They're going to be holding two ropes while they're standing on those wooden planks. And they're going to be holding the rope that's going to be balancing that ball on this little platform right here. So if they lose their balance at any point and the ball rolls and falls off, they're out. All right. As you can see, there's like 4 wooden planks, and after each stage, they have to move back, and the plank behind them on the not planks. What is it, like a stepping block? They have to step back to the one behind them that's going to be have a smaller surface area than the one that they were on before. And I think the first 2 they can still stand with both. Sure, right here. All right, the first 2 blocks they can still stand with both feet, but when they get to the third one, there's only 1 foot that they can balance on right there, which makes it that much harder. They get to the 4th one over here. It's even smaller, still 1 foot. And if they get to that last one, you can see how tiny it is. Like basically just, you can just get your toes on there. All right, which makes it very difficult. All right, so they're going, and a couple people fall out right away. A couple people fall out right away, but even Shay fell out, and the only thing that was keeping her safe was her winning immunities. She didn't win it this time. She fell out, and I think let me show you photo. All right, as you can see, fell out. Jesse's still up there. Jordie's still up there. Who's that? I think that's Josh. Josh is still up there. You can see Jordan over here. He's fell out. KG fell out. Who's that? Sam fell out. And you got Shay fell out. David fell out. David was the first one, I believe, to fall. And Chrissy's still up. But I think Chrissy's going to fall next. And then after Chrissy, it's going to be Jesse. And then, Chrissy, then Jordan, then Jesse. And then we're just going to have Josh, Jordie, and Mark left. And then Josh is going to fall out. And then they're going to go all the way back to the second to last block, balancing on one leg. And Jordie's going to be really shaky, but in the end, Mark is going to fall, giving Jordie the immunity, individual immunity. All right. And even he's surprised that he won it. and he kind of needed it because they were planning to get rid of him while he was planning to get rid of Josh. All right. So he wins it, and people don't really know what to do. And he's excited because now he found that clue to the idol, and he's got the individual immunity, and the only thing he has to worry about now is getting rid of Josh. All right. So he's get back, and he's very excited. Immediately, he pulls people aside and he's talking about getting rid of Josh. Michelle is excited to get rid of Josh because of what happened with her sister. And yeah, Mark is also a part of it, was also a part of it, but he was just kind of saying that to make Jordie comfortable. He's really planning to get rid of Jordie. But he can't get rid of Jordie. So now they switch the votes to Jesse. All right. So, and it causes a whole problem with Sam because her closest ally outside of her husband is Jesse. She doesn't really want to get rid of him, but, you know, I mean, like his brother is pretty much targeting her husband. Like, I mean, what are you really going to do? All right. So they have two blind sides going. Jordie and Jesse's telling, well, they think they're telling Josh that they're going to split the votes between KG and Shay because this is their perfect time to get rid of Shay. She doesn't have the individual immunity. And Josh is acting like he's buying it, but Jordie and Jesse's really want to try to get rid of Josh, while Josh is really trying to get rid of Jesse now. All right, so they're doing that. And as they're doing that, everyone is like pretty much knows what the plan is. And Jesse is standing around and he's like noticing everyone is so comfortable. So he gets a little suspicious. So he tells his brother, everyone's looking comfortable. I'm a little nervous. So they both run down and start looking for the idol. They look everywhere. Eventually, Jordie finds it. He finds the idol. There he is, finding the idol, right? So you can see he's very excited. He found the idol. But immediately after he finds the idol, he goes to try to read the clue right there where he found it. And then someone walks up on him while he's reading it and say boo. And guess who it is? I thought it was his brother, but nope, it is Sam. Sam caught him reading the clue to the idol. And she tells him, everyone was looking around for you. She's like acting like she's excited that you found it. So he tries to put the idol in his pants. And she tells him, oh, it's still pretty noticeable. She said, you know what? I'll just hide it in my smock, the little thing that she has around her waist. So he gave her the idol and she wrapped it around herself. And she says to him, no one's going to be looking at me, so it's going to be fine. Everyone's going to be looking at you because you've been gone for a while. They walk back to camp, and I never had an opportunity for her to give him the idol because everyone is like around camp. So now she has his idol while in the middle of a plan to vote him out. Just so unfortunate, man. Like he picked up on what was going on, went out to go search for an idol. But you know what? Even if he had it, he would have just been the third person to walk to get voted out with a damn idol in his pocket. So, or maybe he might survive and Josh might go home. But yeah. So now she has his idol. They go to tribal. Everyone is being really cryptic about this whole committee that they say they're voting by committee. kind of thing, and it was just all nonsense. No one really, everyone was speaking in abstract and they weren't revealing anything. All right, so they go to vote. All right. They voted. And Sam voted for Jesse, showed the card with his name on it to the camera and says, "Thanks for the idol." So they go to count the votes. They ask if anybody wants to play a hidden immunity idol and they want to play it. No one says anything. Everyone just looks around. They count the votes. First vote, I believe, was for KG. I don't know who the hell did that. Everyone kind of knew what the plan was. I don't know who was stupid enough to vote for someone that no one else was voting for, but it happened. Someone voted for KG. And you know what? It's probably Shay, to be honest, because KG wanted to get rid of Shay. Sam wants to get rid of Shay. So someone voted for KG, and then 4 votes on Josh. And freaking Jesse and Jordie is looking all smiles. And then the next 6 votes is on Jesse, and he gets voted out, and he's shocked and pissed off, and he's like hugging everyone, all in shock. Jordie's like freaking out, and Jesse hugs Sam and he says, "Did you know about this?" She said, "I did." And he says, "Why?" She says, "Because your brother has been telling a bunch of lies." Well, it wasn't lies. He told the truth about dude having an idol, but he pretty much like put a target on his back. And Jesse says, "Are you gonna give the idol to Jordie?" She says, "I'll talk to him afterwards." She's like, "Well, you know, I can burn you right now. I can burn your whole game right now. So you better give that idol to him." She says, yeah, I'll talk to him. He goes to his brother and he tells his brother she has the hidden immunity idol. And his brother is even extra shocked because not only does his brother get voted out, the person that voted him out also has the hidden immunity idol that he found the clue to, that his brother found. It's all just so very tragic. And yeah, I just want to see what happens next. I want to see if she actually gives that idol to Jordie, because they want to get rid of Jordie next. So would she actually give the idol to him? I doubt it. It was just such an unfortunate set of events, man. I'm excited for the next one, but I've never seen something like that. Maybe I've seen something like that before in Survivor, but I don't remember it. God damn. That's messed up. But till next time.